Welcome back, guys. Today we have Ryan Choi here. Ryan is from Hong Kong. He's a foil fencer. He's a national team fencer and current number 12 in the men's foil ranking. Please welcome with me, Ryan Choi. Thanks, Ryan, for participating. So my very first question for you is, I mean, you 2 years ago you were, or now 3 years ago with coronavirus, you were number 76. Then the year after you were top 16 with a third place at the Compli in Shanghai and a top 8 result, also winning against Race Imboden at the World Championships in Budapest. And now you're current number 12. What do you think, where all this comes from, this like big explosion in your results?
I think there's many new stimulations for us during the year. Right after Hong Kong won a medal in Asian Games. I mean a silver medal in team, because it's a breakthrough for us. We've never made a silver medal in the Asian Games. It's always bronze, 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 and bronze. So we made our first breakthrough, and after that, our association decided to hire a new coach, which is a French coach, Greg. So that year, he gave a lot of different inspirations to us, to me and to our team. But I think for me, he's more like a life mentor rather than a fencing coach. Like, he inspires me more about how to be a better human.
Wow.
A better human being. Yeah, I like how to deal with life problems. So rather than teaching me fencing techniques or fencing strategies for me. So I think he made me become from a not mature person to a less immature person. So I think sometimes there's connection between how you deal with lives and your fencing performance. Maybe if you have a better mindset of, just an example, he teaches us like maybe some hard trainings, how you change from maybe you think the training is very hard and you feel like you're suffering, but instead of being suffered, how you change your mindset to be very optimistic while facing a tough training. This is what he inspired me, and so I can face obstacles in an optimistic way. Wow. So maybe like I have bouts in Shanghai, like with Richard Cruz, I was down 13-8, and I think it's because he teaches me how to have a optimistic mindset to deal with hard times. So when I was down 13-8, I did not have any thoughts of giving up. Instead, I keep on pushing myself, keep on finding solutions, and at the end, I came back from 13-8 to 15-14. I think this is the most inspiring thing our new coach gave me. Yep.
Okay. You were mentioning something very interesting now. You know that I've been talking about you with one of your teammates, and he said you're maybe the most strategical fencer he knows, especially from all of you guys. So how do you plan your matches?
I think growing up from cadets, juniors to now senior level, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of different great fencers, like maybe like Race Imboden or Garotso or many other I can say many different kinds of videos. So it kind of became my habit to watch YouTube fencing videos, instead of part of my training. It's kind of like when I have nothing to do, I just scroll through YouTube and find fencing videos. So many different fences, I have an image of them in my mind. So when every time I first fence with these guys, they are not their fencing style is not stranger. It's not a very new style for me. It
Okay.
feels familiar for me. So every time I fence with them, I have some background knowledge about them. So I'm able to find or I'm able to find some of the because I know their habits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more easier for me to fence with them because I know some of their habits. Like maybe that when they put their arm up, they are going to land on certain targets for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's e- kind of like my advantage to deal with these very strong fences. And for them, they don't know nothing about me. So when I'm able to sometimes find out what they are doing, but for them, it's hard for them to find out what a stranger is doing at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I fence with them, I have a plan to do what when to react from some of their movements. So,
Mm-hmm.
but in the long run, I think because you have to be I don't know how. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Sorry, you have to be your skills have to be broad enough
Mm-hmm.
because if you have maybe just like you're very good at attack, but you are very weak at defense,
Mm-hmm.
you will be exposed by certain fencers because if they know that you are only good at attack and bad at defense, they will try their very best to take the right to attack at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So you're being exposed. So for me, um, I have an advantage of having a good strategy against some good fencers, but after I fence with them more times, they will find out my habits too. They will find out my weakness too. So now it's important for me to make my fencing technique more strong and more diversified in
Mm-hmm.
different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I cannot be just strong in attack. I have to be good in defense also,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So this is what I'm currently working for so that I can prevent being exposed so that or maybe even I get caught on some of my weakness. I can change immediately. I can have another skills to immediately to substitute what I'm doing now. So
Okay.
this is what I'm currently working for. Yep.
Would you say that the Corona times is a is a good time for building or broadening your habits, your technique now?
Yeah, I think right before even before the virus breakout, I me and my coach was planning to improve my personal skills
Mm-hmm.
during the period before Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I think the past 1 to 2 years, I focus a lot on how others doing, how my competitors doing,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe an Italian and um, Russian or Japanese, all of these strong forces. I focus on what they're doing, but
Mm-hmm.
I did not review my fencing.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes actually think that it's even more important to know about others than myself, because I can just focus on catching their weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
But now during this period, the virus period, I start to watch back more of the fencing videos of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that I thought I was good at attack. I thought I score most by attack. But when I watched back the videos, it turned out I scored most by counter attacks. So it kind of surprised myself, like, because I thought I'm familiar of my fencing,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end, I do not know myself clear enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I even know somebody else more clear than knowing myself. So during this period, I think I will work more on reviewing my style of fencing, to reorganize what's my strength, what's my weakness, and to keep my strength, continue to be stronger,
Mm-hmm.
and to overcome my weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. So this is a very strategical approach, basically, right? To really look from a self reflection, self perspective, and to say, okay, this in this thing I'm good. Let's say counterattack I'm good, and preparation of this counterattack I'm good. Maybe parry pass is a bit of a weak point in a way, so I have to work on that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so you mentioned before that it was the first time, so the starting point of your team, let's say, you know, skyrocketing results were the second place at Asian Games. And what did something in the team spirit and the mindset change?
Hello everyone, my name is Johannes Poschanek. I'm the president of the International Social Skills Academy. With the High Performance Mindset Power Program, we designed something specially for fencers. In this 8-week program, we will show you how you can have better results, how you can achieve your goals, and how can mental performance lead you to success. Please take a look. We are very happy to host you in our 8-week program. And now let's continue with the show.
Yeah, definitely, because I remember I actually joined the team the latest. There's there's Chen Kalong, Nicholas Choi, who retired, and Siulan Cheng, three of them at the beginning, and then I was the youngest and the latest to join the team. And I remember the first time I joined the team was Asian Championships, and after Asian Championships, the second time was the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we are being knocked out during the table of 32 by Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, our ranking was higher than Denmark. Of course, Denmark then have a very good season. They knocked out Italy and came number 4th in Tokyo World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of lose to a team we shouldn't lose to at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we reflect. Me and my teammates reflected a lot. What's the problem in the team? Like why we lost to a team that we should win them.
Mm-hmm.
We eventually found out that our team morale is not good enough. Like maybe one fencer is fencing, the others do not have enough passion for it. Do not give the enough amount of support to the other fencers.
Mm-hmm.
So after that defeat, the next season, the first World Cup, we tried very, very hard to support one and each other. Before, it felt like it was one individual fencing for each match, And when the new season started, it felt like when losing 1 point, it's the team losing 1 point, not an individual losing 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
When we win a point, it's all of us winning. So we are much more connected.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, our teams start to get stronger. Our teammates get stronger individually. Like Nicholas Choi came third in Grand Prix, and Kalong Chang took 2 more individual medals in World Cups. And our team morale started to get more and more stronger. And at the end, we have 2 individual medals in Asian Games, and we made a breakthrough for getting a silver medal, and it kept us being motivated to fight for qualifying for Tokyo. So we kept working. We see hope. We have new coach giving us more inspirations,
Mm-hmm.
and we kept on working harder, and it's a surprise for us for getting a medal in Pittsburgh, but I can't say we deserved it, because we are for sure the underdogs. But I think we worked really, really hard for this moment. We never thought it would happen that early, but we really tried everything we can and used everything we have to get to this spot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you're in the team ranking, you're number 4 or 5 now, right? So
Yeah.
so I mean, it's definitely not like luck, right? I mean, you know, when people ask me about sports and about results, I never think that results come from coincidence. It's always hard work. It's hard work, and especially when you're feeding in team Korea, Japan, China, of course, then Russia, Italy, France. I mean, you were beating all the top nations in men's foil, not just one time. So it's definitely that you deserve your Olympic qualification.
Yeah, but I think most people in Hong Kong, or even in the world, never thought that we would come this far.
Mm-hmm.
From looking through last year, because even for me, it's so unreal to qualify for Olympics by ranking number 5 in the world. It's I remember when we start having a goal to qualify to Olympics right after getting a silver medal in the Asian Games. When I hear this goal of to qualify for Olympics, I kind of did not believe it, because I think, very rationally saying, we are not strong enough. I think it's we need Korea to get into top 4 at the beginning. Our strategy, we hope Korea is in top 4, and we qualify by Asia number 1. But I think during last year, I think we don't even have the strength to defeat Japan. Even we win them in Asian Games, I still think overall, in general, they are stronger than us. So it's really amazing that miracle kind of happened during this year. Like, we fight from the start, from the very first competition, we came second, and then there's still a lot of doubts, because there's 5 to 6 more World Cups. There's World Championship. There's Asian Championships. Even we have a incredible advantage, there's still many more competitions that we can get. The Koreans and Japanese can get back in front of us. But every competition, we did our very best and maintain. We did what we should do. We we keep on fighting and get into top 8s and did not really make one big mistake in each tournament.
Mhm.
And it feels really amazing that we actually have this ability to stand in the position we are in now for me and for Hong Kong. Yeah.
And how was, I mean, you basically secured everything at the very last competition in a match against
Yeah.
Korea. How nervous you guys have been?
For me, because I did pretty well individually, so I think I can qualify individually even without the teams. But I really want to qualify as a team than an individual. So this kind of thinking kind of gave me more pressure, because I don't want it. For me, I don't want to screw up my teammates. I don't want, because I fenced well in the last day, and then when I came to the other day, I'm exhausted and tired and not able to perform the performance I have. So the pressure for me is not cannot being qualified to Olympics, but screwing up the whole work of our team for the whole year. So I remember I was performing a little bit below average, and for the first 2 match, and for the third match, my teammates get back a lot of points, and we were ahead. I told myself I have to be very determined and not very focused, and not to have any more side thinkings. So I remember I shouted really hard for the match, because it's like releasing all the pressure inside my body. So after the match ended, it's kind of like a sigh of relief for me. So yeah, it was very happy. It was very happy. Yeah, for sure, it was very happy moment. Yeah.
Great. Ryan, thank you very much for the interview. It was so interesting to hear from an athlete perspective, but I know also from for our participants that we have and the participants out there. Well, thank you for answering the questions and giving us so deep insights in your your thought processes and your way of defense. It was a big pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you very much.